Hi, welcome to ACE Test. I'm Craig Merriweather. If you or a loved one struggles with test anxiety, then welcome. This video is for you. Now, of course, test anxiety comes in many forms. There's obviously the written test. There's also an oral defense in front of an academic committee or giving a report in front of a classroom, an audition if you're an actor or musician, a job interview, or giving a speech or a presentation, whether maybe in a small meeting of 5 people or an audience of 500. And test anxiety isn't just a case of butterflies in the stomach before an exam. It can be a crippling fear that hampers academic performance and well-being. So in this video, we're going to talk about one aspect of dealing with anxiety. And this can be used for just life anxiety, not just as well as test anxiety. And what we're going to talk about today is nutrition. And it's a very important aspect in eliminating anxiety, knowing how you fuel your body. Now, while the mind and spirit play a part in feeling anxious, worried, and stressed, anxiety is first and foremost an issue of the body. So there are various techniques to teach the body and mind to reduce anxiety and stress. And what we're going to talk about today, as I just mentioned, is nutrition. The issue of blood sugar, of caffeine in the body, decreasing, even eliminating alcohol, maybe some supplements to your diet, because how you fuel your body has a great effect on your mood, on your emotions, and the feeling state in your body. Now, just to be absolutely clear, I am not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist or a psychologist, any sort of medical professional. So this lesson is in no way diagnosing or analyzing your nutritional needs. I don't know you. If you feel you have an issue or a problem, you need to see your doctor, you need to see a nutritionist, maybe to even come up with a plan. What I'm giving here is just some very, very, very basic information on nutrition and its effects on anxiety within the body. So before making any sort of changes to your diet, before you add any sort of supplements to your diet, always discuss it with your doctor or a medical professional. So first off, what I want to discuss is just hydrating your body. Drinking water is important for maintaining healthy body and a healthy brain. Your brain is 80% water. So any form of dehydration is bad for your brain. It can cause fuzzy thinking, feelings of anxiety, among other things. Even being slightly dehydrated can stress the body and increase depression, anxiety, tension, and anger, as well as drain your energy and lower your ability to concentrate. Now, research published in the British Journal of Nutrition showed that dehydrating the body by going without fluids for 24 hours produced greater feelings of anxiety, fatigue, confusion, and decreased alertness. So good hydration also increases blood flow. So low blood flow is associated with depression, anxiety, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, ADHD, and even schizophrenia. This is a wonderful quote by a brain expert, Dr. Daniel Amen. If you don't know who he is, look him up, Dr. Daniel Amen. He has a great Instagram account just talking about brain health. Lots of books. He must have 20 books out there. You can probably find them at your library. And also great information on his website. But this is a quote from him. He says, "I have found when my patients improve blood flow to the brain, it can make them happier. And one way to increase blood flow is good hydration." So drinking water, we're not talking about soda, we're not talking about coffee, certainly not talking about alcoholic beverages, we're talking about clean water. So that's one aspect of reducing anxiety. Another is blood sugar. And if you've ever had that feeling of being hangry, as they call it, feeling angry, tired, frustrated because you haven't eaten in a while, well, your body is low on sugars that help fuel the body, and you're having a blood sugar crash. When your blood sugar crashes, your body, sensing danger in the system, turns on the stress response, and we start creating adrenaline and cortisol, which tells the liver to make more blood sugar to keep us alive. Now, while this whole process keeps us alive, which is great, when you activate the stress response, you feel anxiety, of course, which is not so great. So your blood sugar can crash when you haven't eaten. Or maybe you did eat, but you ate refined carbohydrates or sugar that caused your blood sugar to spike too high. So to put on the brakes on this blood sugar spike, your body produces insulin, and then your blood sugar levels lower. But then it may feel like you're having a sugar crash because it just slams on the brakes, and maybe it's not so gentle in the way it does it. So by stabilizing your blood sugar throughout the day, it can avoid triggering the stress response in this way and therefore not trigger the anxious feeling due to lack of fuel and nourishment in your body. Now, these are just some ideas. Again, best to check with your doctor or check with a nutritionalist who can look at your specific needs, your body type, all that stuff. But here's some just ideas to think about and maybe ask your doctor about. Eat 3 meals and 2 snacks at regular intervals. Don't skip meals. Eat proteins, healthy fats like olive oil, coconut oil, and find healthy snacks, nuts, hard-boiled eggs, olives, avocados, dark chocolate even. And dark chocolate that has less sugar. You might see on when you're looking at candy bars, it'll have a percentage, and it'll say 55% or 40%, or that's the sugar content. So or actually it's the chocolate content, the cocoa content. And so a 55% chocolate bar means it's 55% cocoa, 45% sugar. So the higher you go, the quote unquote darker kind of chocolate it gets, and you get those really bitter, unsweetened chocolates when you get to 80%. So 80% cacao or cocoa and 20% sugar. So that's what we're talking about, those kind of low sugar chocolate bars. You want to avoid foods with white sugar or processed sugar and avoid refined carbohydrates. And again, this is just really quick information just to get you to maybe start doing your own research, your own due diligence about what your body needs. And with all these techniques, especially with blood sugar, awareness is key. So notice if the anxiety you feel is time related. Do you feel more anxious in the late afternoon before dinner? So as you stabilize your blood sugar, just notice how different it becomes. You also want to eat to empower.